What up, YouTube? Anyways, I'm just gonna tell you a little story about my Behringer Eurodesk MX9000. But before I start, I want to say, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have plenty of little YouTube trolls on here saying, well, that's what you get for buying an MX9000. Well, no fucking shit, dude. Okay, before all you internet trolls start telling me, why'd you fucking buy Behringer, blah, 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 I'm aware of it, man. Bad advice. You know, at the time I needed a bunch of fucking channels because, well, I got a lot of fucking gear to hook into it. Well, problem is, let me just tell you a little bit about this fucking board. This is at the time, this is probably Behringer's most expensive piece of gear. So, I figured, yeah, it should probably last a while. But yeah, it didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by telling you about the Behringer MX9000. Again, I know it's shit because it's broken, so you don't have to tell me Behringer shit because I already fucking know it. Okay, anyways, so this is the fucking board. I got it in 2009 originally. Let me get the exact date. March 9th, 2000, and actually no, it was 2008. Okay, so March 9th, 2008, I get this board, and, well, what happens first is about 10 months into it, the fucking board breaks down. We got the solo light pops on, so all my fucking tracks are in solo. The only way I could get the fucking thing to work was to actually solo the fucking track. After that, I called Behringer, they advised me, okay, blah, 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 it's obviously fucking broken. Yeah, thanks. They had me trying all these different things. No, fuck, it's fucking broken. So they had me send it into this repair shop, authorized Behringer dealer. He had it for 3 months, went up there. It was close by, so he still hadn't got to it. 3 months later, actually Behringer sent him in another board that he was supposed to take the parts out of and put in my board. Well, he gave me the new board and was like, they sent me a new board, so I guess you can just have this new board. So I take it home, hook everything back into it. Now, when I say I needed all these tracks here, I needed all these tracks plus some of these tracks here, so I have a shit ton of stuff to hook up to this thing, so I needed every fucking track. Well, I get it home, hook everything back up, fucking thing's broken, exact same way. Well, in that case, call the guy. Actually, I called Behringer and they tell me, oh, he wasn't supposed to give that to you. He was actually supposed to use those parts to fix yours. And I was like, okay. So I take it back up. He fixes mine. I get it back. It lasts a week. Breaks again. Boom. Behringer says, send it off to these other people. So I send it off to these other people up in Indiana. Great people. They actually were a big help. But and they worked with Behringer and they sent me a brand new freaking Eurodesk MX9000. Okay, well, so I got this new Eurodesk. It lasts, now the first one lasted me 10 months. The next one lasted me 13 months before the main channel went out. So what had happened is the left main channel just completely freaking went out. I could kind of thump it and sometimes it would come back on, but eventually it just completely died. So I couldn't use the main channels anymore. I actually used the right for another monitor on the other side of the room, but I basically just, had to bust all my shit out. Well, about 6 months later, this thing started getting this really freaking nasty noise. Now, keep in mind, when the main channel went out, I called Behringer. This is 13 months after they sent me a brand new mixer. They told me, no, we don't have parts for that anymore, so we can't get parts. You'll have to find them used somewhere. I'm like, okay, that doesn't fucking make any sense, but okay. So that's 13 months later. So let's just keep going. About 6 months later, started getting a little noisy, and then a couple more, then another year went by. Still no left main channel, still fucking broken, 13 months after I got it. Finally, Every now and then the plus 17 rail would just completely cut out, and you know, all these lights would light up green, and you know, some maybe light up red, and this thing would make this fucking nasty ass noise. Well, you know, you could turn it off for a second, turn it back on, and it would be good again. But ever since that started happening, it always had this really bad noise, and it had the noise before that. You know, I think it was actually building up to actually dying, and then so then after that, you know, 6 months later, it just completely fucking dies. Well, after that, you know, I was just like, what the fuck? You know, this the most expensive piece of gear, and Behringer was no fucking help at all, you know. And as far as trying to get it fixed after 13 months of use, I mean, give me a fucking break. I'm gonna show you something. I bought this mixer here in 2001, and no, 2002. And still fucking works to this day. Every fucking channel works. Every output on the back of it works. You know, what was this? This was $499. No, $549 at the time. Mackie, you know. Still, and oh, and the sound on this thing is freaking great compared to this thing. This thing just sucked ass altogether. You know, I'd even pulled every cable out of it and just had my monitors hooked up to it, and you know, one keyboard. I could still fucking hear the noise. So, I mean, really, this thing, and there was also a power conditioner, so just, I want to get that out there. That was being used as well. So, anyways, this board's dead. It's a paperweight. I just wanted to tell you about it. I really can't stand Behringer, and I will never buy another piece of gear from this company again. I mean, because honestly, they were really no help at all. I mean, yeah, they sent me one brand new mixer, but it lasted 13 months. And I don't think buying an expensive piece of gear from a company, you know, it's just not supposed to break down in 13 months, 10 months. You know, I shouldn't have went through 2 of these boards here. And then I go online and I see like hundreds of people that are having the same problem. So, I mean, I'm just really surprised there's never been a class action lawsuit against this company for this actual product, because it was obviously a lemon from the start. Anyways, that's my story about the Behringer MX9000. This is a piece of shit. Anyways, this board is basically a paperweight, and actually it's going to be out of my studio soon, and I'm pretty sure I'll have a new one, hopefully. Or actually, I might just not use the board. I might just say fuck it and just patch everything when I need it. But Behringer, this board sucked, and I hope your products are a little better by now. But again, I'll never buy a product from you again, and I doubt anybody else will after seeing this video. Goodbye.